We start with the father of a Carrollton police officer killed in the line of duty, saying his son accepted the dangers and the risks that came along with the job. It was actually this time around last night that Officer Steve Nothem died when his patrol car was hit by another car during a traffic stop on the Bush Turnpike. CBS 11's J.D. Miles is outside of the Carrollton Police Department tonight with more on the officer and how he's being remembered.
Residents of Carrollton are showing their respect and appreciation for Officer Nothem at this memorial outside the police department. A suburb that's never had to experience this. But the pain is unbearable for the officer's family, which tells us tonight they always worried this could happen.
Knocking the door at 4 a.m. and 2 cops at the door, that's never going to be good, is it?
Steve Nothem describing to us the worst moment of his life. It was this morning when he was notified at his home in Wisconsin that his son Steve had died when his patrol car was struck from behind during a traffic stop in Carrollton.
This is tough. He was a defender of the underdog.
Nothem says his son chose a life of service that came with risks. He was a veteran of the Iraq War when he decided to become a police officer.
That's the kind of guy he was. I did not want him to join the Marines because Iraq had just fired up and it was dangerous and the fighting was not safe. And he said he wanted to matter in this world and do some good. And as a parent, you worry and worry and worry and worry about him coming home safe from that, and then he gets killed here. So it's bad.
The officer leaves behind a wife and 4 kids, including a 1-year-old. That's why Paola Guerrero wanted to bring her son to the memorial for Nothem.
He was a father of 4, and to me that's really important, that he was a family man and he's here and he was a good police officer.
A police officer who was candid with his family about how dangerous the job could be.
He had told me a couple of times that some of his time in law enforcement were worse than what he saw in Iraq on some occasions, and so we kind of knew. He knew. He said that he probably wouldn't retire as a cop because it was so dangerous out there. And
Nothem's grieving father has a message for others after losing a son.
And parents in Texas need to hug their children, regardless of their age.
And Nothem's father tells me his son's funeral will be held here in his adopted home of North Texas. In Carrollton tonight, J.D. Miles, CBS 11 News.